I have been wanting to paint for a really long time, and so this video is all about me painting my MacBook case. And I did a video exactly like this, oh gosh, I think in 2019. I vividly remember it being over my first break from college, which was Christmas break. And now I'm doing another one. Yeah, it's gonna be me painting the city of Dublin because that's where I'm gonna be living by this fall. And I've done nature in the past, and I feel like it's a lot easier to paint nature than it is a city or people or cars, and so I wanted to give myself a good challenge. This is just a hobby, so whatever techniques I'm using, they're not professional whatsoever, but take from this video what you will. I put it over my iPad and then kind of traced around the shapes, and once I did that, I used a basic cheap acrylic paint just to kind of create the undertones, because in the photo it's definitely less vibrant, but I wanted there to be lots of blue and green hues within the painting because that's my style. Those are the colors that I like. I went back in with a pencil and I'm starting to shape out some of the buildings and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very excited. It's been such a long time since I've painted, and I just find it so calming. And now that it's a lot later in the day, it's about 4, I'm gonna take everything outside. I just figured it'd be kind of fun, so I'll just talk to you when I'm outside. It's been a few days. This video hasn't been a priority for me to sit down and paint every day, so I've been a little bit busy and I haven't been exactly working on it, but this is what it looks like so far. It still looks like a blob to me because I kind of gave up on trying to do fine little details of every single building like in the picture, just because it's so difficult, especially with paint. I'm not a professional paint artist, so yeah, it was definitely a challenge, but I had the idea, hang on, let me go get them really quick, to use Sharpies to do all of the details, because I think that will redeem my blobs of paint that are supposed to be buildings and people and cars and such. I don't know if I'll finish this today, but let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so while I'm coloring in this city background with a Sharpie, I figured I'd share a little bit more about why I'm going to Dublin. I'm getting my master's there, and it's more of an academic integration program than academic research, which hallelujah, because I am completely over studying and sitting down and reading textbooks. That's just not for me, so I'm very excited because this program includes working with real companies to come up with marketing strategies that would best suit their needs. And yeah, I've been talking to some of the students that are currently in the program. It's a 1-year program, so students come and go every year, and they've loved it. I've also met the director of my master's program, and they're super kind, and whenever I visited in person, I went and saw the building, where I'll be, the vibe of the students and the faculty, and I just absolutely fell in love with the environment. And I was very nervous because, you know, I'd been planning this, and before spring break I was very nervous that I wouldn't like it, but I felt very at peace whenever I met everybody and realized that this was the environment for me. Like, this is the next step in my life. So right now I'm not too worried about finding an apartment, at least until I have all my FAFSA stuff figured out, because I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, lie. Like, my parents did pay for my undergrad, and I'm literally so grateful because I came out of my bachelor's without any debt. But I will be going into my master's program, taking out loans so this is the first time, you know, I'm figuring out loans. I have romanticized studying abroad somewhere, and I just didn't feel like during my undergrad was the right time to go abroad. And I just think that this is the most perfect opportunity, because as weird as it sounds saying this, I'm not ready to throw myself into the real world yet. And of course, I'm going to be dealing with real world things because within my program, like I said, we're making strategies for real businesses in Ireland, and so they're gonna depend on us. But I'm also still technically in school. I'm still a student, so things aren't going to feel 110% real, which is kind of where I want to be. I'm still very young. I graduated recently with my undergrad at 20. I turned 21 at the end of July, but I don't know if anybody else feels that way. That's definitely how I feel. The amount of loans I'm taking out really is not that significant, and as long as I'm good with my money, which I think I am, then I'll be just fine. I'll be able to pay it off within a couple of years. It's not going to be anything crazy, but obviously I don't know exactly everything I've signed up for because I was only there. I only visited the school within an evening, but the people there are nice. It feels like a good vibe for me. And then this summer, I've just had kind of a weird summer so far. I was hoping to get a job to save up even more for my master's because I have quite a bit of money saved up from, you know, over the years. So I've been trying to get a job this summer, but it's just been oddly difficult because since I'm graduated, it's kind of weird to do an internship. Like, I'm overqualified for that, but then I can't get a full-time job either because I'm only going to be here for another 3 months. And then a lot of part-time jobs are just not responding. Like, literally nothing is working out. I applied to a ton of internships, had a ton of interviews, and none of them worked out. A lot of them seemed so promising. These were some of these internships or references from my friends, and whenever you have a reference during an interview to somebody that's within the company, that definitely raises your chances. And I also think I have a really good resume, and a lot of them just ghosted me. Like, they never got back to me. I sent up more than 2 follow-up emails to, you know, get some type of answer, and just none of them answered. So then I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just stoop low and apply for some part-time jobs, like at coffee shops or retail stores. I don't know, anything to make some kind of money. And again, like, there was this one coffee shop very close to my house, very nice environment. It just opened up last summer, so it's new. They said that they would love to interview me. Like, I had applied, 2 days later they got back to me, said that they would love to interview me once I get back to Texas. Once I did, I texted the manager and said, okay, I'm here, like, just let me know whenever you want to set up the interview. They ghosted me, so I sent up another one a week later, just a follow-up text just in case they didn't see it. And they left me on red again because I have the red receipts on. And that's just happened with so many opportunities. So many interviews, so much time driving around with hope that I'm gonna get a job, but nothing has worked out. See what I mean? There's just nothing that has worked out. It's just not been very fun. It's definitely had an effect on my view of myself because it makes me feel like I'm not successful. And of course, you know, there's gonna be a time in this year, in September to July of next year, where I'm gonna be super busy. I'm gonna be making so many connections and taking advantage of so many amazing opportunities that I have worked hard for. But there's still 3 months of this year left. There's June, July, and August. And I wish to do something with my time. I make a little bit of money from YouTube, but honestly, y'all, I probably make $100 a month, which is not enough. I'd rather just put that money towards school while I can, but it just sucks because like there's friends that are in different states that I want to go visit this summer, and that costs money to get plane tickets. And whenever I'd had my job, happy camper, no problem whatsoever. But now that I can't even find a basic job, it's so difficult and feels very limiting to what I can do. Although, you know, maybe it would be nice to take a break this summer, it doesn't feel like me to do that. So maybe I'll just do YouTube. Hopefully that makes more money, or I don't know. The biggest phrase I've been using the past month or two is I don't know, because I genuinely don't. And I think that's fine. There's no shame in that. It's just difficult for me to sit in that because I'm a very decisive person. But yeah, that is my TED Talk about my life. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I'm getting pretty close to done. And honestly, I don't know. I might just leave it as is, add the top coat and be done, because I'm getting tired of looking at this and trying to figure out what to add. So anyways, I will talk to y'all once I figure this out.